Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jeremy Cash, live and direct with another valuable video for you. Yo, peep this, right? So, I placed a trade last night, you know what I'm saying? No stop loss, no nothing, right? Because I knew what the market was going to do. And this time I was like, okay, because normally I would get out early, right? I would get out early. But this time I decided, okay, let me go ahead and stay in the trade. I've been watching, a couple of people make moves, and I'm like, okay, it's one guy who don't trade with no stop losses, which I don't recommend. I don't recommend this. This is high risk, high risk, high risk. But as you can see, $1,200, in a single day, right? I don't recommend, like I say, I don't recommend trading without a stop loss. But in this case, I knew exactly what the market was going to do, and I scaled up. So the other day I did the $50 account. Then I threw some more money in here just to get better leverage because I've seen some moves coming, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't have enough money to make the moves I want to make some good money. So, let me go ahead and do that, and I did it. And so as you can see, what I was telling you guys before, right? Oh, this is a real account, by the way. You can look at the top left corner, it says real, server. But peep this. So I was watching how the market was moving yesterday, right? Right in here. So that's why you see, the trend lines. I was watching the trend, right? And what I started to notice is by the end of the day, the market went up here. Okay? At the beginning, around, 3 in the morning, the market came down. And so this is what I was telling you guys about the M's and the W's. So right here, okay, the market was coming up. So I waited patiently, it's coming down. Okay, goes back up. Oh, that was a take profit. I'll set that way up there. But goes back up right here. And then I told you, you always trade that second leg of that M. You see that right there? The M right here? And that second leg of that M drop, and it's still dropping right now. Still dropping right there. Okay? And so that's the strategy that I've been showing you guys. Now that's a lot of other stuff that you can look at. Okay, so let me raise this up a little bit as well. Okay, so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now, like I said, it's other strategies that you guys can look at, but with this particular strategy, it's like night and day. As long as you can see it forming, you can win, right? And there was a couple of other ones, like a small M here, but I could have got in a little bit, but I was like, nah, you know what I mean? But when I seen the big setup, I was like, oh, that's a big one. And the market is now dropping, and it's going to continue to drop for a little bit. It's going to go back up a little bit, but it's going to continue to drop. And so, that's the kind of stuff that you can do, right? It's back, like I said, it's back at 1200. It's going to continue to do its thing. And so let me remove these right quick. Man, this Forex stuff is absolutely nuts, right? And I try to tell people, look, man, you might not do 1,000 a day overnight, because I sure didn't. You know what I mean? It took me a little time to kind of figure it out. I found out how a lot of, top traders are getting the big money. They're letting their trades ride for like, sometimes even a week, a whole week before they exit the trade. And you got to really, know your stuff to be able to do that kind of stuff, right? You got to really know your stuff. And so let me see. Let me show you another setup, guys, that you could have potentially got in. Let me click off of this. And so as far as the shark out of the water, guys, look at this. Out of the water, market drops. Out of the water, market drops. That's some pips right there. You keep looking at it. You can see them. Shark out of the water right here. Shark out of the water, drops down, all the way down to here. More pips. All of these different strategies and setups work, guys. All these different strategies and setups work. And so once you learn this stuff, it's night and day. I told you, make sure you're looking for these M's and W's. With this strategy alone, honestly, you can kill it. But there's so many other strategies that if you don't see it, if you don't see one, you will see another one, right? And that's how you can start to kill it in the markets. Like I told you guys, I'm not worried about the market shooting up or anything like that. It's going to come back down and work in my favor, right? I already know what the market is going to do. It's retesting right now. It's going to go up. It's going to retest. It's going to continue to drop. And then I should be at probably $1,500 for the day. Now, this is the only time I'm really ever trying this because I've been watching, you know, studying guys. And I'm like, man, look. They say no risk, no reward, so let me go ahead and, you know, do my thing. But like I said, let me see. Another tool you guys can use is the Fibonacci tool. That's usually where you go from the high and the low of the day. So for instance, the daily high is up here, right? And anytime, it just kind of depends, but anytime normally, see it went back to 1,000. Anytime the market, you know, gets closer right here, if it bounces below, it's going to keep going below. If it crosses the 61.8, for the most part, it's going to continue to go up. Okay, and that's just a tool that you guys can use as well, is the Fibonacci. But you know, if you want to know more about that into great detail, you'll have to get the training. All right, you will have to get the training. I will be coming out with some more CPA videos, but I just had to show you guys this because it's just ridiculous. You know, you can make, you know, a couple $1,000s in a day as well. But I should say, this is what I'll do. This is what I'll do, guys. Let me just show you this right quick. Because what I should do, oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention, guys, in the last video. There's one thing I forgot to mention in the last video. And that's your ad, I don't know how to get that off yet. It's not clicking for me. But look, this line right here, you see this red one right here and this white one? When you first start trading on yours, you won't have this red one. So you need to right click, go to properties, go to common, and then show ask price line. This is why a lot of people think that, you know, the market is rigged or something, because you won't get into profit until both of these lines go past your green dotted line. So if you can see my green, you know, dotted line here, this is where I place my trades at, right? Normally it would just have this white line, and so you'll place a trade, but your trade won't start until, you know, your trade will start where the red line is. It won't start where the white line is. So you'll think you placed the trade here, but it was really up here because of the ask line. So you base your trades off of your ask line right here, the red one. Okay, hopefully that's not confusing you. So you'll base your trades off of the ask line. Okay, and so what I mean by that is if I place a trade right now, it's gonna place it where the red line is, not where the white line is. Right? If I do a sell, it'll place it where the white line is. If I do a buy, it's going to place it where the red line is. And you will not be in profit until both of these pass your green line. Right? So, for instance, let's say I place a trade up here, but the red line is still above, but the white line has passed these green dotted lines. Most people would think they would be in profit because the white line was past, you know, their entry point. But until the red line comes down past the green, you will not be in profit. And so if you don't have this, if you don't have that box checked, you'll think that you're supposed to be in profit, and you'll be like, why am I still losing when I've already passed you know, my entry point? Is because you don't have that red line, you know, the ask line showing. So that's something you want to make sure you guys do. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, not yet. I'm gonna let it see what it do for a quick second. A quick second, guys, just to see what else it does. But I can't give you everything because there's so much more in the training, guys, that you guys can get. You can be on my team. You know what I mean? Trading, like I said, the one thing I love about trading, okay, is that you don't have to recruit anybody. You can make silent millions by yourself. Silent millions by yourself. Not saying you're gonna be a millionaire, you know, but you can make money by yourself. You don't have to depend on the team. You don't have to depend on anyone. okay, and you can make as much money as you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of these trades. See, $1,100 for today. Bingo. I'm at $2,400. I put $1,000 in. I mean, guys, come on. Come on, man. Come on. But all right, y'all see the proof is in the pudding, man. Join the team. Holla at your boy. I will be uploading more CPA videos starting tomorrow or later today. We'll see. Let's get it.